Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well and using your time constructively to study at home. I, Sumati, welcome you back to the science class. Our topic for today's class is dispersal of seeds. So yes, the first thing we are going to understand is the meaning of dispersal of seeds. The process of scattering or spreading of seeds to different places is called dispersal of seeds. Now, why is dispersal of seeds essential, or why is it important for the seeds to disperse? That means, why is it important for the plant to scatter or spread its seeds far away from itself? Now, you all are aware that most plants produce a large number of seeds. If all the seeds are going to fall under the parent plant, they will grow in very crowded conditions. They will compete with each other for the space, water, nutrients, and light. As a result, the seeds will not be able to grow into new plants. Some seeds will survive, however, some seeds would die. That is why most plants have developed different ways by which they can scatter their seeds far and wide. So the process of this scattering or spreading of seeds to different places is referred to as dispersal of seeds. Now, how do the plants disperse? That is, how do the plants spread or scatter their seeds far and wide? How do these seeds travel from one place to another? So there are different modes, or we can even call them as agents of dispersal. So there are main four modes of dispersal. First is wind, second mode of dispersal is water, third animals, and the fourth mode of dispersal is explosion. We are going to talk about each one of them separately with examples. But before that, I have a small animated video to make you understand dispersal of seed and its importance in a better way.
I'm a fully grown tree. Ain't I handsome? I have flowers and fruits of my own, and yes, my own seeds too. These seeds will travel far and wide to spread my kingdom. How do seeds travel, you ask? I'll tell you. We seeds, you remember, are a little fussy. We'll germinate only if all the conditions are met: sunlight, moisture, nutrition, and temperature. Now tell me, if all my seeds decide to stay close to me, will they all have enough nutrition or sunshine? Exactly! There's no way all of them can flourish here. I am blocking their sunlight and I'm sharing their food from soil. They've got to go. So, they need to pack their suitcases and hitch a ride. This movement of seed is called dispersal. Who gives the seed a ride, you ask? Well, we have many friends who help us to travel from one place to another. Like wind. Wind is one of our friends. It takes us around. Especially the helicopter seeds or seeds with plumes undergo journeys on the wings of weed. Helicopter-like seeds use weeds to drift away to a favorable location, and seeds with plumes travel with the help of winds. Animals help us too. Sometimes animals eat a fruit and the seed passes through them undigested or ready to grow. Some seeds have hooks and they hitch a direct ride on animals. And hey, water can be a great way to travel too. No boats needed for fruits like coconuts. We float to islands far away. So friends, just like wind and water, animals too help us to ride to different places. So many ways. So we can grow into glorious trees and enjoy our fair share of sunshine. Quite an adventurous life for someone who started so small.
Let us now discuss about the different modes of dispersal one by one. So the first mode of dispersal we are going to talk about is wind. Now, always keep in mind that there are some specific features or characteristics when a seed is being dispersed by a particular method, by a particular mode. For example, if a seed is being dispersed by wind, it is going to possess some special features or characteristics that will make it possible for it to be dispersed by wind. In simpler terms, I can say that when a seed has to travel from one place to another through wind by taking the help of the wind, it needs to be light in weight. Only then the wind can carry it. So the main feature that a seed that is dispersed by wind possesses is that they have wings which help them to fly, or they have tufts of hair on them. Here are some examples. Indian elm is a seed with wings. Madar is a seed with tufts of hair, and cotton is a seed with hair. One another example is hiptade seed, which is dispersed by wind. Next, we have seeds dispersed by water. Now, the seeds and fruits that are dispersed by water have a spongy or a fibrous outer coat which makes it easy for them to float. I am going to give you examples of three different plants which disperse their seeds by water. Let us first talk about water lily. The seeds of water lily are very small and light. It makes them easy to float on water, and they are carried away to other places by the water current. Now, water current is actually the movement of water from one place to another. We can describe water current by its speed and direction. If I talk about dispersal of seeds of lotus, here you all can see an encircled part which depicts the torus of the lotus. Now this is a very important feature of this plant. The seeds of lotus are enclosed in this cup-shaped part which is called the torus. After the seeds ripen, they become loose. The torus is going to tip down and the seeds are going to be released in the water, and this is how they are going to be dispersed from one place to another. Next is dispersal of coconut. Now coconut floats on water very easily to far off places. When it lands on the shore, the outer coat of the coconut is going to decay, that is, it becomes dead and it comes off, and the seed inside the coconut is going to get exposed and will eventually grow into a coconut tree. The third mode of dispersal is by animals. Animals can disperse the seeds by various methods. The first one is that some seeds or fruits have hooks, spines, thorns, or stiff hair on them, which makes it easy for them to stick to the fur of the passing animal, the feather of the birds, and even to our clothing, which is rough at the surface. Examples of seeds that are dispersed by this method includes devil's claw, which has a hook, as you can see depicted by the encircled part in the diagram. Xanthium is a fruit with spines and is dispersed in a similar manner. The second method by which seeds are dispersed by animals is that sometimes the seeds are swallowed along with the fruit by animals and we human beings who consume them. These seeds later on come out unharmed as they are not digested in the body. They come out as it is with the undigested food. And when the droppings of these animals fall on the soil, these seeds might germinate under favorable conditions. The other method is that some fruits, being juicy and good to taste, are eaten by the animals. Later on, these seeds are thrown away And again, when they get favorable conditions for their growth, they might germinate. Examples of seeds which are dispersed by this method include mangoes, oranges, cherries, and grapes. So far, we have talked about dispersal by wind, dispersal by water, and dispersal by animals. The last one is dispersal by explosion. In some fruits, their walls curl up and they burst open upon drying and they throw out the seeds. So the seed is thrown out itself by the fruit upon drying with a great force. Examples include castor, balsam, ladyfinger, and a pea plant. The most important example of seed dispersed by explosion includes that of a pea plant. The pods of the pea plant open up with a great force and causes its seeds to scatter several feet away from the parent plant. Let us quickly recapitulate what we have learned today. Dispersal of seeds, its meaning and its importance. We have discussed the different modes of or agents of dispersal: wind, water, animals, and explosion. Please note that the examples are a very important part of this topic and it is necessary that you learn them all. Thank you for watching and take care.